Bonjour my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie Tips and Tricks. There's a vegetable that I've always liked since I was a child, and it's beets. I love the taste, the color, and its versatility. Prepping it is very easy, and today I'm showing you 4 ways to do it, plus bonus tips on how to keep this vegetable longer. So my friends, let's get cooking.
We'll go ahead and prep them. For the steamed, boiled, and all roasted cooking method, we'll cut the stems, leaving about 2 inches intact, which will prevent the beets from bleeding as much. Now, we're left with the beet greens. Please don't throw them. They are actually edible. They have similar taste to Swiss chard, and they are so healthy. You can use them in soups, stews, pasta, salads, or simply sauteed. So, if we're not using the greens right away, we'll wrap them in paper towels, then place in a plastic bag and transfer to the fridge. They should last 2 to 4 days. And when we're ready to use them, we'll rinse the greens thoroughly and proceed with our recipe. Now, before we move on to the different ways of cooking, we have to give the beets a good scrub under cold water to remove any dirt. Alright, let's cook them. Cooking method number 1. Boiling. In a saucepan filled with water, we'll add a couple pinches of ground sea salt, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or lemon juice, and of course the beets. We'll turn the heat to high and bring it to a boil. We'll then cover, reduce the heat to medium, and cook until they are tender, 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the size of the beets. The best way to test them is with a fork. So we'll remove from the heat and immediately plunge them in an ice bath. We'll wait a few minutes to let the beets cool off before peeling off the skin. This is the easiest way to do this step. It's so easy. Now, as you can see, I am wearing gloves because their juice will stain my skin. Another way to do it is to rub the skin with a paper towel. So when this step is done, you can proceed with your recipe. Cooking method number 2, steaming. We'll add water to a saucepan, but just enough so it's below the bottom of the steaming basket. See? Like this. There you go. We'll cover, turn the heat to high, and bring it to a boil. Then we'll put the beets in the basket, cover, and steam until they are tender, 20 to 35 minutes, depending on the size. Make sure to not run out of water during steaming. So we'll remove from the heat, and just like the boiling method, we'll transfer them to an ice bath, let them cool off before peeling off the skin, and proceed with our recipe. Cooking method number 3, roasting. In a bowl, we'll place the beets and drizzle on some oil, enough to coat them. Now, depending on your recipe, you might want to add salt and pepper. In my case, I was making pickled beets, so obviously I didn't season them. So, using our clean hands, we'll rub the skin nicely and then wrap them individually in foil, especially if we are using red and golden beets. Otherwise, loosely wrap all the same color together. For the purpose of this video, although they're all red, I wrap them separately to show you how. We'll place them in a baking dish and transfer to a 425-degree preheated oven. We'll roast for 1 hour or until tender. This is a great way to cook them when there's other dishes you want to cook in the oven at the same time. You can always roast them at lower temperature, but it will take a little longer. When they're done, we'll remove from the heat, and we'll do the same step in the other 2 methods by immersing the beets in an ice bath after removing the foil. Cool them off before peeling off the skin. Cooking method number 4, baking. This one is pretty straightforward. First, we'll remove the stems and the roots, then discard them. Now, either using a paring knife or a vegetable peeler, which is the one I prefer, we'll remove the skin. Next, we'll slice them about a 1/4 inch thick, place the vegetable in a bowl, drizzle on some oil, about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons, and season with ground sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. You can also add lemon juice, garlic, orange juice. It all depends which other dishes you'll be pairing with or using them in. So after tossing, we'll drop them on a baking dish lined with foil and spread them so they are in a single layer. We'll transfer to a 425-degree preheated oven and bake for 25 minutes or until tender. When time is up, we'll remove from the heat and serve it or proceed with our recipe. Now, let's talk about storage. When you buy them, cut the stems, leaving about 2 inches intact, and store the beet greens as I showed you earlier. Place the beets in a plastic bag and transfer to the crisper drawer of your fridge. They will last for 2 to 3 weeks. On the other hand, with all the cooking methods shown in this video, you can make them ahead. Place them in a glass container and let the vegetable cool to room temperature. Cover and transfer to the fridge. They will keep for up to a week, and you can also freeze them for up to 2.5 months.
As you saw in this video, you have the choice of cooking methods depending on which recipe you'll be using this healthy vegetable in. I hope you enjoyed tips and tricks of the day, and for many more, including recipes, visit clubfoodie.com. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!